rant of today. Today, Tuesday, December 31st, the last day of 2024. Happy New Year to everybody out there. Today's rant is brought to you by the Dallas Cowboys and Micah Parsons, who's actually had a great career so far. An all-star player, who I wish him luck in his health and luck in his play for the rest of his career. But I just want to say what athletes are. What he just said is a statement that's to tell you that I know football, you don't, whoever's watching, and why I get paid millions of dollars to play football. Yes, it's a rough sport, no doubt about it. But when you say stuff like, after you get blown out of a game 41-7, the game is a joke to a backup quarterback for the other team, by the way. Obviously, you had a backup quarterback, but so what? It's irrelevant. The fact is that 41 points are on the board I understand there was a pick six in the game, but let's call it 35. The fact is that the other team had 30 points and their backup quarterback was playing. And he says, by the way, it was only 5 plays. When you say crap like that, I just want to tell you that, we're not stupid over here. You think the fans are dumb. Well, every play was 2 or 3 yards except for the 5 plays. First of all, in this sport, in any sport, you win and lose by inches a lot of the time, which is sometimes not even a play. It's like a half a play, because the play you played very, very well, yet it was a tip ball, and the ball went to the other player, and you lost the game by a tip ball that went the wrong way. It happens all the time in sports, especially football. Happens in basketball too sometimes, where you play the other guy great and the guy hits the shot. We're not stupid over here. We're not dumb. First of all, you lost by 5 plays, and those 5 plays, the other team was just better than you, and they executed better than you, and they had a better roster probably, but it's irrelevant. Dude, you got your butt kicked, and it was a backup quarterback that crushed you. His name was Kenny Pickett. I remember him in Pittsburgh. People say Mike Tomlin, the great quarterback guru Mike Tomlin, is going to make this guy great. I remember some people said that, but you know what? Mike Tomlin ain't a quarterback guru. He a quarterback shitter. I mean, he doesn't know what he's doing with the quarterback. But Micah Parsons, dude, enough with these athletes. Okay? All these athletes that want to come out here and tell us how it's done, and you don't know sport, you don't know this sport, you don't know that sport. Well, you know what? We actually do. We probably watch more than you. Because I'll tell you, Micah Parsons is just one. I just see a podcast the other day, and I'm calling out Iman Shumpert and Carmelo Anthony, saying everybody thinks it was the Heat and LeBron and that shit that took over that made Boston leave and whatever, and they were the last ride. Well, because he said the 2013 first round against the Celtics, okay? Because remember, before Jalen Brunson came, the New York Knicks won 1 playoff series from Patrick Ewing all the way to Jalen Brunson. I know my history, but Carmelo Anthony and Iman Shumpert, sometimes they don't even know their own history. Because I'll tell you why. By the way, they had great careers in the NBA, I'm just saying. Good for them. Good for you and your family. You made millions of dollars. When you say stuff like, that Celtics series, I was guarding Rondo and waving my hands and looking like a retard. Sorry for the R word. Sorry to all those people looking like delusional person and trying to wave off because, remember, they're trying to run screens for Ray Allen. They ain't running screens for Ray Allen. Ray Allen was on the Heat, you bozos. You remember your history? Stop it. We watch more history than you. We watch the game more than you. We see more screens and rolls. We can't do anything. We have no ability like you guys. But stop it. You guys talk about you just know what ball when the ball goes in. Nah, we know systems too. Us fans know shit. Enough with it. You keep talking about you guys don't know, Micah Parsons, it was just 5 plays. Bro, the Philadelphia Eagles They're made on 5 plays. I don't understand. They're made up of big plays. Big plays is part of their game. They throw the ball deep to Devontae Smith, Heisman Trophy winner. They throw it up to A.J. Brown. They throw it up to Saquon Barkley's a big playmaker. I don't understand this. And he's a big playmaker that probably gets 50-yard run, 100-yard runs, 50-plus yard runs all the time. Enough with all this stuff. Oh, that defense, besides for 1 play or 2 plays, we were running the ball against them. Well, dude, the 1 or 2 plays, they got a pick 6 against you, idiots. We're not stupid. Enough with this garbage that you guys didn't have. And then, by the way, get back to the Shumpert point. Iman Shumpert was saying in the Mellow, by the way, Carmelo Anthony at 7 p.m., whatever, Brooklyn 7 p.m., whatever it's called, which he's been successful at, has had many subscribers. How to subscribe to my YouTube and follow me on Rumble. Talked about Rajon Rondo. Rajon Rondo was injured. He had a torn ACL that year. Rajon Rondo didn't play that series. It shows you that Boston Celtic team was, I'm sorry, that was an older Kevin Garnett on his last legs. That was not just an older Kevin Garnett. That was a Paul Pierce that was much older, and it was slower as well. I mean, gosh, darn it. Like, you guys don't even understand, like, what you got. That was the year before they went to Brooklyn. Remember the Nets? Everybody said the Nets got Hall of Famers. Yeah, guys, you should have been in the Hall of Fame already. You should have been there already. Come on. Enough that you took the 2013 Celtics. I mean, you beat them. Good for you. You talk about how, like, you guys had a game plan. The coaches were interested. Dude, if the coaches were so interested, why the flip did you lose? You got your butts kicked by Indiana. You look like bums against Indiana. I don't want to hear it. Like, you talk about, like, Ray Allen. He was not on that team. It was Jason Terry, who was old, too. Jason Terry took him over. And who was the point guard of that Celtic team? I mean, gosh, it was like Keon Dooling and Jordan Crawford. Who the flip was on that team? Who the hell was on that Celtic team anymore? I don't want to hear. That's enough. Enough if you want to talk about who was on that team. You can talk about, like, Rondo was playing for them. He was not there that year. He was hurt. Gosh, he was in a suit. Oh, my God. Darn it. You guys, like, pretend like us fans don't know anything. Micah Parsons, 5 plays. It was just 5 plays. And then he said something like, if you take away the scoreboard, it's like, the scoreboard, that's the game. It's irrelevant. And by the way, all 4 or 5 plays and yards and time possession and turnovers, if you were up on that, which you weren't, by the way, I'm just letting you know, who cares? Because the scoreboard is all that matters. And you are, your record says you are. The Dallas Cowboys have been a disappointment this year. I mean, they're more scrutinized because they are the Dallas Cowboys. But at the same time, dude, if it was a regular team like the Carolina Panthers have that record, everybody will be like, okay, just another team in the NFL. What I'm saying is you guys are going to have a new coach next year, most likely. I don't know, which we assume. You guys are going to have a new system in next year, we assume. But who knows? Who knows? You guys made a decision by guaranteeing your quarterback all that money. And guess what? He's not really that great. He's breaking records every time he signs a deal. Good for him and his agent for doing that. But you know what? At the same time, he ain't the best quarterback. He shouldn't be good enough to get that deal, to tell you the truth. I'm just saying, like, this, like, stuff like you guys talk about, you don't know football, you don't know how the techniques work, the three technique and the up technique. Dude, we don't know what we're doing because we're fat and we're unathletic. That's true. But don't tell me, like, we don't know the game. I don't want to hear it. It doesn't take crazy long to know the game. It takes crazy long to figure out what the other team's doing. And enough was like, I figured out Paul Pierce. You figured out Paul Pierce in 2013. Because I recall, after Linsanity, Paul Pierce was kicking your ass in 2012. By the way, after Linsanity was going on in that overtime. I remember that Paul Pierce. I don't want to hear that, like, I know it was one game, but, like, Paul Pierce, Paul, you didn't know how to shut down Paul Pierce. Enough was like, I knew I had the secret. You know, no one had the secret to Paul Pierce. Okay? LeBron, LeBron guarded him. He didn't really blow by LeBron. He just like made jumpers. He gave him a little space and he made himself space and he shot that ball and ball went in. Dude, Paul Pierce, enough. You had the secret. You didn't have no secret. We have film on you. You didn't have no. You had a secret maybe to the Brooklyn Nets dude, Paul Pierce, and the Washington Wizards, Paul Pierce. Yeah, you shut that dude down. Good. Congratulations to you. Like, you didn't shut down that Boston Celtics guy. Nah, you're a good defender, but don't like you had secrets to stuff. Yeah, you had secrets to Steph all those years. Yeah, I know. I mean, you did a decent job to him in the second finals in 16, but the guy averaged 30 every finals. Like, you were a good defender. Nice defensive player, but enough like you had the secret sauce. You didn't have no secret sauce. And by the way, I know he's gonna say, well, you destroyed the ACL in 2012. The ACL was destroyed for Game 1 of the against the Heat, by the way. And I'm talking about the game a week after, like 2 weeks after the insanity drama fell off, and the Boston Celtics beat you in overtime. Come on, guys. Like, we know history, and we watch the games. We watch more basketball than you, and these guys forget about history just like you and me, okay? You guys, like, pretend like you guys played against Rondo and Allen. Ray Allen was on the Miami Heat. You guys were playing the first round against the Celtics. By the way, you guys were the 2. The Celtics were the 7. They weren't even good that year. And if I recall, the Heat were playing the Ray Allen was playing against the Milwaukee Bucks. Just to let you know who you're talking about. And Micah Parsons, too. Like, yo, you can't be... You're in the league already now, I believe, 4 or 5 years. No, this is your 4th year. And this is your first year missing the playoffs. But, like, we played a good game. You didn't play a good game. Just say we played a bad game. The season's been a disappointment. And congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. And every team you keep saying, like, San Francisco, we're going to get them back. I love the confidence. But you lose every time. I hate Philly. I hate this. You keep talking about like Philly, talking crap about Philly. You talk crap about San Francisco. You never beat them. You never beat them. Enough. Where does Cowboys swag at? The old Cowboys swag. The great Charlie Haley. It's not there anymore. It's not there. It hasn't been there since Jimmy Johnson left, or even Barry Switzer was there for a little bit. You guys are the same team, whether it's Mike McCarthy there, and he gets shit on for everything, even though it's been terrible since Garrett. Garrett was the same way, and it was Bill Parcells, even like Jerry Jones took him over. Dude, it's a culture way. They know how to draft, but they freaking coach the team. They run the team. They control the team. So the Dallas Cowboys have to change something. We'll see. Happy New Year, everybody. Subscribe to my YouTube at Arya Freed, and subscribe at REF26 on Rumble. Follow me on Rumble. Have a great day.